February 17, 6:50 a.m. I am sitting in meditation, noticing an event, as it were, that took place last night still remains with me, and I am simply watching to see if this remains, much like the opening several years ago has remained all this time. It feels to me as though the expression colloquially would be, I've blown the doors off what fenced in my awareness. I don't really have any good descriptor for this, except that there's so much more spaciousness in consciousness, and thoughts do not seem to be intruding. So as I sit in meditation, and this just occurred last night, so it's fair to say that it could flow in and out, it might be abreucatory, but at this moment, it's very extraordinary. Okay, recording again. Was sitting for a few minutes and noticing that there does continue to be this clear opening. It's as though thoughts have receded deep into the background. For example, I noticed the thought about continue this recording, give a brief report on what's happening now, and yet my awareness stays very present with the candles. It's still just breaking dawn, so it's a bit dark in the room, and the window is open, the rain clouds and the wet grasses outside on the hillside. It's all very present, and thoughts are receded. Picking up the recording again, I sat for a good while longer, and I noticed that the thoughts that would be most likely to lead me out of present moment awareness would be fear-based future projection thoughts. So it is still a practice for me. However, the draw to present awareness, as reported yesterday, still appears to be very strong. Those future projection thoughts are, of course, just ridiculous. I'm sitting here in meditation, and it comes up to the fringe of consciousness, that kind of a thought, and I look at it, smile at it, and it recedes right away. And I come back to this present spaciousness. So it's still a practice, and yet it does seem like the present spaciousness is the greater draw. I'm reminded how I got here in the first place, the absolute decision to no longer be in charge of, quote, my life, close quote. G.Patrrick, that entity that I asked to have it disappear itself, really lots of intelligence, plenty of business and life experience, was clearly not making things work out properly. 3 marriages, 3 divorces, business partner that sued. It finally got to the point where, hey, you know something? G.Patrrick perhaps works well, but he's not the guy to be in charge. I basically retired him with the request, without even knowing for sure if there is such a thing, that if there's a vaster intelligence in the universe, that it take charge. And that seems to be what is happening with a much more spacious feeling inside. Concurrent with that request, within a fairly short time, a few months, all of a sudden life started changing. And in fact, this major opening, this sudden transformation that happens late September 2013 on the drive up Interstate 5 through Oregon to Washington, that has never left. And it seems like it's not great descriptors, but the best that I have available with words. It feels like there's a deepening and expansion in the consciousness. The alertness, the presence is becoming more vast, and thoughts are receding. End of tape.